Hey folks, in this video we're going to be covering the topic of gardening, more specifically square foot gardening. This method is really good if you have limited space to grow your vegetables and you want to make better use of the space that you have. This method was developed in the 1970s. Square foot gardening was developed in the 1970s by an American author and television host named Mel Bartholomew. He did this as a way to maximize the crop output in a limited space. He eventually published a book in 1981 which was called Square Foot Gardening. This has gone on to become incredibly popular worldwide. He also released a follow-on book in 2006 in which he updated his methods. Raised beds. One of the really great aspects of square foot gardening is that it makes wonderful use of raised planting beds. These can be made from many different materials or bought pre-made. A word of warning though, if you're planning on building your own, we strongly recommend that you don't use railway sleepers. Many of these have been treated with creosote, which is toxic. You really don't want your vegetables growing in that environment. Technique. The basic idea behind square foot gardening is that you divide your raised bed into 1 foot sections and then manage each square foot section separately. You can create the border between the sections with either string, thin PVC pipe or strips of wood. The amount of seeds you plant in each section depends on the size of the plant. For example, in an individual section, you would plant maybe 4 lettuce or 1 Swiss chard. You can find many resources online to help you plan the layout of your garden. Soil composition. Following the guidelines established by Mel Bartholomew, the composition of the soil used in the square foot raised beds shouldn't be just standard soil or dirt. It should be made up of 1/3 vermiculite, 1/3 peat moss and 1/3 compost. This combination has some big advantages as it allows for excellent drainage. The soil is soft, so this allows for roots to grow easily, and it also discourages weeds from taking hold. Limited mobility. Square foot gardening has an additional benefit in that when used in a raised bed setup, it's usable by people who may have limited mobility, bad backs, etc. As the planting area is usually contained within a 4 foot by 4 foot or 8 foot by 8 foot area, it will be easily accessible to everyone. Well folks, there you have it. That's our basic beginner's guide to square foot gardening. We will be providing more information at a future time and further videos on this topic. If you'd like to know more, please visit our website www.goodboytothegrid.com.